Hey guys, welcome back to Riding with Sage. Figure we get kind of back to basics with the videos and get away from all the doom and gloom I'm putting up recently. Um, get back to where I really wanted to go with this channel. This video, I like to cover some good basic mods to start off with your bike. Um, Me still being, I guess, you call a newbie. Had to kind of research these odds and ends and found them on different videos. So I figure I'll compile some of this and kind of save you some searching around. But I do recommend checking out other videos. There's so much valuable information out there, other riders are sharing. But let's go ahead and kind of get started with what we have here. First thing I'll bring your attention to is this Mick Tuning headlamp. There's other good brands out there, but one of the first things you want to change up is your headlight. The halogens don't quite cut it. You want to be seen on the road day or night. You want to be able to see any type of hazards along the way. It definitely will expand your range of vision. I'm going to go ahead and pull this Mick Tuning. Found them from another YouTuber and definitely has worked out really well. And they have all sorts of sizes and whatnot. Research your bike and which size headlamp it needs. But let me show you an example here. This is what originally came stock. No frills. You know, it gets the job done, but doesn't really illuminate too much. Whereas this is a powerhouse. You'll get people complaining that you're blinding them and whatnot, but you know what? It will save your life. It's got an integrated cooling system in it, which is really nice. So if you're riding on hot days, I'd check that out. You know, keep you from overheating. One of the first mods, other than your headlamp, I get on is definitely get frame sliders. That's these guys right here. They, if you should knock your bike over, which you probably will, or lay it down, it will help protect your leg if you make sure you have your legs tucked in and whatnot. But most of all, it's going to protect your engine block from damaging major components. Hopefully prevent injuries, as I mentioned before. Another spot people overlook is, you know, depending on your exhaust, you probably want to get a slider on the back too. So that way, you know, you probably save yourself from getting a whole new exhaust system. Run anywhere from $200 to $600. That sucks. Really, really sucks. They do recommend tank pads, which I don't have any right here, but you see on a lot of sport bikes, this is rubber grip and whatnot, so that way you can, you know, grip your knees against it better when you're leaning. But unless you're doing a lot of extreme leans into your cornering of turns, I really wouldn't stress it too hard, but it is definitely a good mod to start with. Most people prefer foot pegs. I've got these floorboards. It just gives me a little bit more comfort. It's easier on my back. I have more contact surface between my foot and the floor itself, so that way it makes it easier to lean and turn. Another thing I would recommend is get a tool bag. Get something to start off with and have some essentials in there. We're going to go ahead and pull that out. One extra pair of gloves, sure. First aid kit. I'm not going to tear that apart. This is pretty good. Get a poncho. You never know when you get caught in the rain. Flashlight. Multi-tool. Definitely comes in handy. Other essentials. I'll pretty much litter the ground with all my gear, but we're gonna go do this right. Show you. I recommend having a waterproof bag whenever possible, or at least line the inside of your bag with a plastic bag before putting stuff in there. Just keep your stuff getting mildew or damaged and corroded from moisture. Mold sucks too. Bike cover. Definitely have a cover for your bike. You never know wherever you park. You know, going over a friend's house or on a trip, you gotta put down, put the kickstand down. You want to keep your bike covered, keep it from getting rusted and corroded. Another important component. It's a marker. Straps, bungee cord. You want to be able to secure your cover down, because if you don't, it can act like a wind sail and definitely knock your bike over for sure. So definitely take those precautions. Another thing I like to cover, most people consider them an aesthetic. I don't. Hand screens here, they definitely help shield your hands from wind and whatnot, which can kind of prevent fatigue and loss of dexterity in your hands, especially if you're riding on colder days. You know, I don't like to wear really thick gloves because I like to maintain the dexterity of my hands, and that kind of keeps the temperature from getting too cold on my joints and my knuckles. And a windscreen, if it doesn't have a windscreen, I definitely recommend installing one. It'll again take some of the wind off of you, deflect it better, and help prevent fatigue on them long trips. If you like what you see, definitely subscribe, hit that button, tell your friends, and see you guys next time.